Okay, today's mail day is going to be a pretty sizable one here. If you see the MASH truck in the background, you'll know what that means. So let's get into what I got in here. This is some sort of, I don't know, catch-all thing. Let's see what this is here. Some sort of eligible, I don't know. But anyway, whatever it is, they always give me address labels. So that's always open your junk mail because I get tons of address labels from them. I bet you that's where everybody else gets their address labels from here. This is I'm not sure what it all is here, but well, that's what it is. No idea where it's coming from, but isn't that crazy? That is crazy. And somebody's written "Do Not Bend" on this envelope here. I'm pretty sure I know what this is, but you can never be certain. Let's see if I can get this open here. My gosh, it's really sealed. Really sealed here. I don't know if it was a peel and seal or if it was a drool and seal. I have no idea. I've just been mowing the lawn, so my fingers are a little on the and then the mail showed up, and so I hate it when I have to do it this way because I want to risk ripping something here. Oh gosh. But this has not been gone very long if I think I know what this is here. There was something else in here. What do we got in here? So we got a little, oh, here we go. Alright, so looks like we've got 3 of 3, and this is from country musician Ricky Van Shelton. So I picked these up on eBay, and these are a matte finish. He was able to sign that pretty well. You can see all the production markings there where somebody has circled the different things that they wanted to, and then like where they needed to trim and cut here. So they said use this part here and go up to about here. So the media outlet that used this one only used probably a part of that one, but that's very cool. And then I sent this one here as well. Of him, Support Our Troops, so you know it looks like Desert Storm or something like that. It says something command, I'm not exactly sure what that is, I can't read all of it there. And he's promoted Columbia Pictures there. Do I see a date on here? Photo Jim Harrington. I think somebody else got Ricky Van Shelton, and that's why I saw that and said, you know what, I'm going to get those. These two pictures were $5, and it came with one of my after-school special orders, and I already had sent these off. And then he did not stop there. I sent this, which I had lost. I don't have the cassette anymore for this one, but Ricky Van Shelton, Wild-Eyed Dream, and he has autographed a little cassette cover there. So very good signer for Mr. Van Shelton. Really neat to get that one in there. And it came with, you know, the funny thing there. That's how that came. So interesting. But that's not what we're here for. As cool as that is, and that's amazing. When you complain about Monday's mail day, I didn't even, but I got a huge, gigantic priority mail bubbler here, bubble mailer. See if I have not even opened it yet, and I don't have my proper cutting tools here, so we'll do the best we can. I can usually rip into the end here and get that open. And this was a very recent purchase, you know, within like a few days ago. And that's when I like to have things get here. You know, my record is still not here. It's been at least 9 days. I know it's media mail from somewhere, but good grief. Sometimes media mail can just be absolutely just atrocious here. Okay. Oh, and the ever-loving broken styrofoam, so that just breaks off and gets everywhere. And that's throughout the entire package here. Yeah, it is all over, so that is not good. I stopped using that years ago when somebody complained and said, hey, you're getting styrofoam all over our place here when you're shipping orders out. So that is just hazardous materials there. You won't be able to see that, but that's everywhere. I'll just try to brush this off here and get to that here. It looks like everything is in this box here. So again, the blue painter's tape here. I really don't need tape on here. I want to kind of save the box. I don't have one of this size here. And nothing worse than having something with a big glaring rip on it, but hopefully this will come right off here. The sellers seem to be relatively respectable, so I took that into account. It's really hard finding reliable sellers anymore. This box has a little bit of storage wear on it, like it's been around a few years. This kind of ripping on the bottom. There might have been some prior tape where it had ripped before, so it might have been previously sealed at some point. That's probably what that is. And we've got all kinds of stuff here. Hopefully these didn't get bent up too bad. Not too bad here, so I can fold that out. They're just, but I got a bunch of wrappers, non-sports card wrappers. So these were bonus items to what I had originally purchased. Hopefully everything is in here. And I'm getting gross styrofoam. If you ever have styrofoam problem like this, get a piece of tape and then just get that, and hopefully, see, these are things that you would want to have in there, not that other garbage here. So packing would be like a pour. That's not good. I don't do that to anybody anymore. But let's go to the wrappers here, and you can see I've got a crazy box of all kinds of stuff here. Hopefully those corners didn't get smashed when, oh, I see, that's protective cardboard, it looks like. So they did a good job there otherwise. But the styrofoam is a no. Getting everywhere, I can't handle this. I got a Pac-Man wrapper, so that's neat. I didn't have a Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man rub-off games and stickers. I think I've had those cards before. Aha, we'll save that one for a minute here. We got a Howard the Duck wrapper. I don't know why anybody would want to save that. That has no value. I mean, if I could get $1 out of that, great. But it's got some kind of toning on the edge here all over it. So and it's where the gum got damaged. So I'm probably not going to keep that one there. We have an Alien wrapper from 1979. So we have two versions of that, two different ones. So that's cool. I'm not about to start putting Alien together. I think I might have had 1 or 2 cards over the years. But so there's Alien wrappers. So there's that one there. Gremlins 2. This is circa 1989, 1987, somewhere in that time frame here. It says 1990. That I have no reason for keep there. It's the 1990s era. There's another Alien wrapper, it looks like. That might be another version. I don't know. There's that one there. I opened up plenty of these when I was a kid, although it was not 1984. It was probably 1987. But here's a very, very well-loved Indiana Jones wrapper. It's like somebody had folded it into something, so they probably threw it in like a box. Yeah, see, it's been folded really weirdly there. So I may or may not choose to keep that. We shall see. Batman Returns, that can just go in the trash there. Well, it's the OPG wrapper, but still, I've had those before. No value to me. This is the older one here. One of the older ones. This is 1976 or something like that, it looks like. 78 or 76. Marvel Superheroes wrapper, so I will definitely keep that one, so that was good. That sells for a little bit. The all-new second series of Batman, again, those have $0 value. Same thing with this one here, it's still kind of cool to have it. I've had chances to get lots of these wrappers for next to nothing. There's just crazy amounts of these. It's like almost like they're still making them, but anyway, here's a Moonraker wrapper. That set did not do very well, not at all. Here's a Jaws 2 wrapper. Again, the packs, I used to be able to get the packs less than what the wrappers sold for on eBay, but I just didn't. Here is E.T. the Extraterrestrial. And here's a Good Times wrapper. I do have Good Times wrapper, but this might be actually one of the better condition ones here. So that is kind of cool to have a 1976 Good Times wrapper. So the wrappers there were fun in themselves. Now let's get to some of the bargain stuff here. And this stuff was just included in the pile of stuff that I got. We have some sort of ET trading cards here. So I'm sorry for any kind of light or glare here, but this is the wrong time of day to be doing this. But we'll just try this here. Looks like, yeah. So let's open up the ET cards. I think I have a few of these. I'm not building this set. But this might be put me over the edge to build a set. I don't know. I have the sticker set because I bought it for like a couple $dollars years ago. These are things that I could have gotten like partial lots, and the only place I could get from was that one place, and so if they didn't have it, then I didn't finish off the cards or want to start. So there's the ET. No idea. The pictures are not very good on here. That girl right there is Erika Eleniak from Baywatch, if you did not know that. That blonde-haired girl, that is her in the background there. Looks like somebody just opened up some packs there. How can we save him? Again, very muted colors, but that's just movie issues there. There's that one. I've seen all these before. I've seen or have had these. And a lot of these ET ones are usually in not very good condition, the ones I've come across. Again, I think that's Erika Eleniak right there again. I believe that's who that is. It's somebody from... I could be wrong. It's one of the Baywatch ladies there. So that's not really what the whole video was supposed to be about, is these ET cards here. So if I don't need those, so they might be upgrades, or they can go off in care package here. Now we got a crazy lot of cards here. And I don't remember if I had finished off, I don't know, just some piece of random cardboard there. That was help protecting, and another piece of random cardboard. some sort of piece of a recipe or how to cook something there. Don't know what that is. So it looks like we got a bunch of random stuff here. These are Battlestar Galactica Wonder Bread cards here, and I'm 3/4 of the way done with that. These are in very terrible condition, but I might need those, so that's cool. Then we got a bunch of random stuff here, a bunch of Batman cards here. We don't need to go through the Batman because everybody's shown those before, but there's Batman. I don't keep those. It'll be just cannon fodder here. I believe this is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We'll go through those very carefully here, or quickly here. There's Baby Herman. Jessica Blows a Kiss. Some of these might be stuck together. As cool as these are, Va 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 Boom, I really am not collecting Roger Rabbit. That's just enough to get somebody annoyed. There's probably about 15 cards there, 10, 15. As much as I like the movie, it's just way all over the place. It's just too much for me to handle these days. Just way nutty. Way nutty, but there's more of those. And then we got some other cards, some Dick Tracy. I had, or almost had, completed the set at one point. I may have even still have the set there, but I really have no want for any of those. So the cards from 1990 do absolutely zip for me. These, I need to double check. I was almost done with the set or had the complete set, and I'm not sure what happened, but these will be easily double checked here, because I know for the Jaws 2 set here, I have a good there's 1, 2, 3, let's see, so it's not a complete set there, but anyway, I will have to go through whatever Jaws cards. There's a good one. There's some of these people used to sign. If you know any of the Jaws people that could get me to get autographs on these, because I would like to, there's that young lady there again. I think she used to sign. I'm not sure if she's still alive, but somebody from Jaws I think recently passed away, if I'm not mistaken here. I know probably Hank Rassico would probably tell me, or somebody else, I don't know. Maybe Matt Bowler knows. Three Good Nerds, Brandon Stebbins. I'm trying to think of the people who TTM everything here. Another one, Victim there. So there's all that stuff. Again, we're not really here for this, but it's like a good 3/4 of a set, and there's one sticker here, so I don't know if I have the stickers or not. There's a Roy Scheider sticker there, so that's cool. Neat one there. And then we have this in a box here, and this is the Civil War commemorative set. These usually came in a blister pack. Somebody has put it in a box right there. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's some damage to the cards there, so some environmental damage there on the cards there. But the main event, I'll show you a few of these here. This set has virtually no value. History buffs could pick this set up for virtually nothing, and the cards have kind of like a impel type of feel to it, if that makes sense. It's kind of semi-gloss, and it's nice and smooth. It's not rough or anything, and it's not super gross and glossy like the Topps cards of today. There's a few generals there. I know Ed Westergriff probably has a few cards from this set he was collecting. General Sherman or somebody, I don't really, one of the generals there. There's a Confederate flag there. There's some sort of map here. So it's neat and interesting. I will have to see whether I want to keep it. There is brother against brother card here. Just a little kid there. He looks like an 8-year-old kid there. He might even be 15, but anyway. There's another brother against brother card there, and it tells a story on the back of it of what's going on there. So it's a fun set there. I might have to keep that. We'll see. Nobody from the Civil War signs. I couldn't find anybody. And then to the main event here, at least the main event for me, I got a MASH wrapper here. So that's cool to have a MASH wrapper. That will go in my MASH binder if I can find a spot for that. I don't have one yet. I have a white binder. I really wanted kind of like a army colored binder, but I don't have that. And then this one here, let's just take a look at here. There's a bunch all wrapped into here, but I got to take a look at that wrapper. That's why the Indiana Jones was all folded weird, because it was originally stuck in one of these. So let's look at this wrapper and see what it is all about here. Oh, interesting. So somebody has nicely kept it more or less okay. And guess what's inside? You'll never guess what's inside this. You'll never guess. So a few days ago, I got Sid Bream to autograph a couple cards. I have one here. I don't have the other one here. I thought I did. But I wanted to show you at least this one here. There's a Spring Fever baseball that Sid Bream autographed. And he also autographed his 1987 Topps card there, we've got inside of here a Spring Fever baseball card there. Much nicer. This one's kind of got a pink tint to it, but how crazy and funny is that I just got this card autographed and that was hidden inside there. I'll have another card to share with you in just a second here. I figured out something here. So let's see what we have in here. It was interesting, the pictures, when I saw the environmental damage there, I said, oh my gosh, those are the MASH cards, but they weren't. So I'm happy that's not those. So yes, I got a complete set of MASH here. From what I understand here, there's card number 1. If you look up this card on number 1 on COMC, people are asking $5 for that card. $5. It's probably very not easy to find Jamie Farr card like this one here that hasn't been, somehow autographed or slabbed or inflated price on that one there. And then we've got, card number 2. These are just like the Magnum PI cards, the Dallas cards. Like right here, the number's right here, but it's mixed in the yellow there, and you can't barely even see that one. So you always have to do your homework here. And then I wanted to see if I can find, there's a card I'm looking for here. There's card number 4. 5. I don't know if I'll show you all the cards here because we're already at 16 minutes. Good grief, I don't have much more time here. But we'll just flip through these here. But what I wanted to share with you, this one is a slightly more expensive one because it's just an air shot of the base there, and so people will get other people to sign that who are not available in the set there. These are all stars, all of them. So there are no secondary characters in here. This is the one I wanted to share with you, this card here, because I have 2 versions of that card. I set the cards over here just a minute ago, but unfortunately they got flipped around, so we will do the best we can here. Hopefully I can get this done in a timely manner, not have to do any more. Where were they? They were just right here. Oh, how fun is that? Well, I'm not going to be able to find it, but let's just see if I can show you what I'm talking about here. We're going to go to card number 61 here. Card number 61. If I can find it here. 50. 59, 61. Okay, I don't want to get these mixed up too much. Here's the example that I have of card number 61, and there's 61 there, a little there, and guess what? Look at this. We have 2 different backs here. That's what I'm talking about. 2 different backs for this card here. How interesting is that one? See, this one is this. Look at how off-kilter that is. And that's crazy. So I'm going to have to go through and see what I have and what I don't have. I'm going to see if I can make an actual puzzle out of this one. So, I won't get this mixed up too much here. Just show you a few more cards here before I get too far here. Far, get it? Far. So we got, I think I've been through these here, but there's another popular one here, the helicopter with the MASH sign there. That's neat. That's the one I have 2 other examples of, and I don't know which one I have. I don't remember that back there, so that might be one I need. Oh, sorry, stuck to the other card there. Who knows? And a lot of these are very bland backgrounds here. Skipping, there's Colonel Potter there. In fact, I actually had a Harry Morgan as a neighbor, but and an old grouchy old dude, but I swear it was this guy, but I think it was a 100% different person. But there he is. I think I can get that card on COMC really cheap there. So yeah, there's a few. Some of these I don't have right now because they're sent off TTM here, but there is more or less a set. And again, the backs, a lot of them are just like this, a boot or a foot, half of a face, some sort of, piece of a uniform sort of thing here. I just put together a MASH jigsaw puzzle I found going through some stuff I had. Last thing is not related to anything in this video here, but now I remember why this card, I wrote to Carly Lloyd, and this says Emily Boyd here. That's why it was not autographed. That's why that was not autographed. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But again, I mean, it says Emily Boyd there, but if you have bad eyesight, or that script there, it says Carly Lloyd all day long. I didn't look at it. I just was not doing my homework. That's why that card was not autographed. But anyway, so I wanted to say that I was $25 in the lot plus another $10 for shipping, so it was like $35, and I got all of that. So now I got to get the cards put away. I got to get a puzzle figured out. So I'll show you the jigsaw puzzle at the end of the video that I already did. I'll show you this puzzle at the end of the video, and thank you for watching. Was it all in vain?
inside the pain. Maybe I should stay in the dark after you've had it to a place so far away. Now all those crazy thoughts are gone.